Hello everyone and welcome back. It's Creative Redundancy back again here with another video, which is a live stream, which basically is going to be an open talk about survival and related topics. Now, I'm no expert in survival, but I am learning and experiencing as an experience and practicing more as I create a better future today. I'll just kind of wait until some people drop in. Now, while I wait for people to drop in here, I'm just gonna arrange a few things, get some stuff ready, accepting comments and questions on the side chat right here if you want to talk about survival and survival related topics. In the meantime, I just want to say special thanks to everyone that's been dropping by my live streams, checking out my content, the videos I have, the back library I currently have, and all that great YouTube channel support. So just say special thanks to everyone. Alright, since I got a few people rolling in, I'm gonna roll in the intro here. Hey everyone, CR's back. Just let me turn down my music here so I don't get any copyright. Knowing my luck, my mic will pick up the volume, pick up the music I'm playing. Let me load up the chat here. Wait for some people to drop in. So this is just gonna be an open talk about survival and related topics. Questions are welcome on the side chat. You want to talk about, maybe a blackout kit, or a lights out kit, which I kind of went into on the last live stream for a little bit. If you want to talk about maybe something like a Farragate cage, which I'm trying to work on right here, just a small scale that I'm working on. It's not perfect yet because I can't block out AM transmission, but I can block out FM transmission in the 900 2.4 and the 5.8 gigahertz spectrum, according to my test. Hey yo, it's Keith Buds. What's up, man? How's it going? Nice to see you again, man. I sent you a couple emails, so it's great to see you. Well, on the chat, anyways. Hopefully everything's going good. So yeah, a couple things that I've been working on randomly. A Farragate cage that I'm trying to work out. I got the foil type of that foil tape on it. And I have tried it out. It does conduct electricity, so I can get that kind of skin effect, as they say, on this Farragate cage. I still have to kind of, finish it off. Still working on this tube right here. Still haven't figured out what to put in it. Besides matches. I know I've talked about this a little bit and people suggested putting a ferro rod in and stuff like that. I haven't, finalized or committed to it yet. Oh, that's cool. That's cool, man. Keep let's make sure you message me via email after for more, specifics, and we can talk more freely. Let's see. A couple other things I've been trying to work on is I kind of I don't even know what I'm gonna call this, but basically right here, I'm trying to have kind of like a hobo stove with a way to boil water and to contain the water, and I'm working on that. I have one of those IKEA type of strainers or utensil holder inside. Something I picked up for like a quarter. So currently in here right now, I have a can that just fits inside, and well, and a lid, which just happens to be parabolic in shape, so I can, use it for solar if I need to, or if I want to. Yo, it's Ron from the Off-Grid Tiny House. Hello, Rob. How's it going, man? Hopefully it's nice and warm out east. I mean, currently right now it's warm-ish, but it's supposed to cool down, and we're expecting snow, and the sun's not supposed to be out for the next 5 days again. Which means no solar for the next 5 days. Sad face. Oh, keep buds. That sounds interesting, man. Sounds nice and hot. Nice hot tamale. Just kidding, just kidding. I think it's about the same temperature here, more or less. I think it's like -6 or 7 out. Wind's coming in from the south, I believe. Well, south, southwest. So there's wind chill. We're supposed to be getting, highs of -22 by this time next week. So, I gotta bring out some stuff again, or leave it out. So, like I said earlier, all questions and comments on the side chat about survival or topics related to survival. It doesn't have to be per se a prepping or a homestead or a bushcraft type of question, but pretty much all survival type of questions or comments are welcome right now. Let's see. A couple other things that I've been working on. Such as this knife right here I'm working on. Just a knife that a friend graciously donated to me. It's not, like an actual survival type of knife, but I kind of decided to make it into something. I have used it on a camping trip. It is full tang. It's not the thickest, but and it didn't come with a sheath, so I had to make something. So it's just something I've been working on. Yes, a reflector, so because it's black, so that way I don't misplace it when I put down the sheath and use the knife. Because I'll be like, oh, hey, I know where the knife is. It's in my hand, but where's the sheath? So Just something I've been working on. Keybutts was asking, what's your favorite go-to survival knife? The one that's with me at the time that I need it. Isn't that how it goes? I mean, there's no point in having for example, $100 knife, and it's not with you when you're actually needing it the most. So the best survival knife is the one that you have with you when you get into that situation in the first place. Now, hopefully, it's full tang, kind of fixed blade, maybe 90-degree spine, a fairly thick type of width or thickness to it, and hopefully maybe it has a sheath with it that has, maybe a ferro rod, a fire starter, lighter, additional things that you could put in, maybe with a garbage bag and stuff like that. Thanks, man. Hey, it's Home Runner. Hello, man. How's it going? Just for the hell of it, what's that say? Swing, batter, batter, batter. Home run! Just kidding. Just kidding, just kidding. Seeing home runner in here kind of reminds me, I'm kind of been working on a baseball bat too. Just a smaller type of baseball bat that I've been working on. It's got a lanyard on it. Just something on the side I've been working on. Yo! It's Ed, Grizzly Taco. That kind of makes me want a taco right now. Oh, hey Ed, how's it going? Big peace out for you. Nice of you to drop by. Give me a chance to kind of update my moderators here. Add a couple of you guys in. Of course, keep lights. I need to do this more often. And probably not in the middle of early in the morning. I haven't done a live stream in the evening for a while. I mean, I got a bunch of subscribers from all over the world. It's hard sometimes with time zone differences to come in and, check out content, or let alone the live streams. So I've been trying to live stream at different times. Because, some of you guys that haven't checked out my air live streams, it's because they're in the middle of the morning. So I decided to come in, do one in the evening, and, get air people in. No, I haven't checked that out on Discovery Channel. I didn't even notice that bushcraft build off, if that's what it's called. I've seen some other things on Discovery Channel on like Demand and stuff like that. Video on Demand. I mean, there was this one about people that have to go in a cave, in a dark cave, no light source, no knives, nothing to generate fire, and no flashlights. And they gotta, migrate from the entrance. There's 3 other people, and they gotta find the exit within like 6 days. Complete darkness. The only reason we can see any video at all is because they're using night vision and thermal cameras. You know, infrared LEDs on the top so you can see their face, their expressions and stuff like that, but they just see darkness. Currently on demand, there's like 2 episodes available. I checked them both out. Don't mind me, I'm just checking out the side chat and seeing what you guys are talking about. Yeah, I remember that show, Dude, You're Screwed. Matt Graham, and then what's that? I forget their names, but I've seen I've seen that show. Uh, let's just say I don't want to be screwed. Just give me 1 sec here, guys. I'll be right back in a sec. Sorry about that. I just had to go check on something. You know how these live streams go. You always get interrupted. Everyone always wants to call you. And such and such. Cool, 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 cool. Jeez, I gotta. What Rob just said, I should kind of make sure that I can kind of Google this so I can. Oh yeah, yeah, okay, okay, yeah, yeah, Rob. I'll definitely check it out. Maybe check out an intro or of some sort or teaser, I guess. Go check that out. Thanks for that. Yeah, Rob, it's on Discovery Channel too. First season. There's like a couple episodes out right now, so it's a little bit different. It's a little bit different. The stuff that they give to the participants, well, it was different from the first episode to the second episode. I mean, I've never had sensory deprivation before. I've never been in the dark for that long. Where your air senses like touch, smell, hearing kind of enhance a little. Let's see here. Thanks, Geek Bloods. Just another contingency plan, backup plan, plan B, C, all the way down to Z. Yeah, feel free to check out each other's channels. I know you guys are already, subbing and all that stuff. Check out each other's channels, sub, and support each other's channels by not only subbing, but checking out the content as much as you can. I know we're all busy, everyone's busy in creation mode, everyone's busy working, and everyone's gotta sleep, shower, eat, and stuff like that. But, try to make an effort to check out the content. I mean, I'm not no saint when it comes to that either. I'm far behind some of the channels, some of the content. I mean, especially some of the content that's like half an hour long. I mean, it's a half an hour. Okay, Home Runner wants me to show us again what things you attach to your knives. You know what? To be honest, you you can attach almost anything to a knife. within reason, depending on the knife. A larger knife, you're gonna have more surface area on the sheath, for example. I mean, if it's a skinny, tiny knife like this, you're not probably not getting much on it, besides maybe a match. But let's just say, for example, you know, 4-inch knife, fixed blade. It's got another 3 inches of handle. It's got a sheath, so it's like about 7 inches. Something like that. You could put uh, a fire starting type of source, like an open flame or spark based source, like a ferro rod in. Probably add in foil to use as, well, aluminum foil can be used for a lot of different things. Slide it on the back of the knife sheath. So if this was the knife sheath, you would just slide that foil on behind it using stuff like Ranger bands, which are basically bicycle inner tubes that are just kind of sliced into here we go. I knew I had Ranger bands or inner tube. So bicycle inner tube, you just kind of mix slices across and use them kind of like elastic bands. They work quite well, and they're more durable and last longer than traditional rubber bands. Like, I haven't bought rubber bands anymore because I got bicycle inner tube Ranger bands. And I tend to use them to kind of hold stuff next to the sheath or whatever. Oh, it's Cheap Things Outdoor. I mean, sorry. Yes, Cheap Things Outdoors. It's Johnny. Hello, Johnny. Big wave. Live long and prosper side. Yeah, you know, all that stuff. Welcome, man. Thanks for dropping by. Appreciate it. Uh, like I said, any survival related questions are welcome, or comments. You know, maybe you want to ask something. You know, feel free to drop it on the side chat right now. Oh, look who it is. It's Jason. Hey, Jason. I can hear Jason saying, "What's up?" Oh yeah, what's up, survivors? It's Jason here. I can hear you saying that right now. So big peace sign to you, Jason. Uh, Grizzly Tacos asking me any new kits. Yeah, there's always a new kit, Ed. You just have to wait till I show it. You know, maybe I'll show a hint of it, but I won't totally reveal it. Or else I wouldn't have content for later on. See, exactly, Jason. I remember Jason's channel just because he always says that. It's his intro, which is so cool. Yeah. Keep let's just say I think you have typos in your sentence. Just saying. I'm pretty good at understanding even phonetically, but I cannot understand that. I have no idea what you're talking about. Oh, okay, Jason. It must have been. I was away for like 5 days. No internet access, or barely any internet access. Didn't check the channel, messages, or anything like that. So, if I'm behind any of your guys' videos that you want me to check out because you think it applies to me, that I can learn something from it, or, you know, it deals with solar, fire, shelter, water, you know, let me know. So, yeah, I'll definitely check that out. Thanks, Johnny. So, Jason, you said it's your last video. Yeah, Sorry, I keep looking on the side chat. I'll definitely go check that out after later on. Probably when I'm eating, I'll probably check out the video. I'm not really a hunter type home runner. I want to learn more about it. It's because in terms of hunting, yeah, you can practice with a soft target, a bullseye or whatever, but if you're doing it for real, you're gonna do it for real, which means not just hunt, kill, the lizard or the bird, but you utilize every part of the animal, which includes not only the meat but maybe the bones, antlers, and all that stuff. So if I get into hunting, more than just fishing or whatever, yeah, I'm not have to skin the game, do all this stuff, try to use every part of it. Oh, okay, Jeep things, that's cool. You published a great knife review. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. A wallet survival kit. Let's just say I kind of have some survival items in my wallet. It's a little bit different from traditional wallets because it was never meant for it. But let's just say my wallet is waterproof. Let's just say that, and it's got survival items inside of it. Standard type of credit card lenses, maybe some matches, stuff like that. Yo, it's Bug Out Brad. What's up, man? Thanks for dropping by. Hey, Jeff. What's up, man? Thanks for dropping by, too. Uh, Big peace and live long and prosper to both of you. Okay, thanks, Jeff. Thanks. It's okay, man. Thanks for dropping by. Yeah, Jeff's been around with me for a while. He also has a secondary channel, so you can go check that out too. And all this stuff. You know what? About the fishing line home runner, there's, I think there's probably gonna be two main types: monofilament and braided type of line. Now, monofilament type of lines have a memory, so if you wrap it around something, it will have a memory. So when you untangle it, it's gonna look like, like a spiral. So it might look like this, and you have to kind of straighten it back out. You don't get that with a braided fishing line, but usually you can get more braided fishing line on. I mean, I got both. I prefer the. I mean, I rather use the braided fishing line just because I don't have to worry about the well, slinky type of thing like this. But I don't quite have enough braided fishing line to go around. I mean, monofilament line is easier to obtain. Like, you can even get that at the dollar store. Yeah, I got some spider line too, Grizzly Taco. I got a little bit of it. Oh, no problem, Jeff, no problem. You guys been, you guys been around with me for over a year. And some of you have been with me since for quite a long time. So, I guess I'll uh, show off a couple more things, such as this. This is kind of what I use in some of the videos I put my camera on the top, put my camera on the top, and slip my hand in so I can, you know, so it's more stable. Especially if some of the biking videos that I do, right? This is what I use. So I can still grab the handlebars, brake and all that stuff, gear shift and all that stuff, but I can be like pan around, show myself and all that stuff, so I don't mind this. And this was made from a reused lantern of some sort that I found that didn't work. So I took this used to be the top of it, so that's why there's a handle, and basically the light reflector would be down here. So I kind of put a 7/16 screw in, which fits the camera, and went from there. I've been meaning to showing it, but it's kind of hard when I'm using it as a kind of a tripod for my normal non-live stream videos. Oh, hey, thanks, Keep Buds. Appreciate that. Thank you. Hmm. Let's see, just reading what you guys are writing real quick here. That's that's cool. I didn't. I guess some of you guys don't know each other or whatever. I know all you guys, obviously. You guys clearly know me, so I guess I'm kind of more glad I decided to do this live stream now. Hey, it's Sue Nelson. Hello, Sue. Um, Big peace, live long and prosper. I guess that's gonna be my thing for this live stream. How's it going, Sue? Hopefully everything's going well. Hopefully you're finding nice big chunks of fat wood and all this stuff. Oh, thanks, Jeff. Thanks, Jeff. I'm working on the 1K. I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, G thinks is definitely a knife kind of guy. He knows his things about knives. Probably more than I do. I still remember Jeep Things, that video you did of your last kind of winter camp out, where you were showing, you know, I think around 90, 45, and half that again, as you said, and, get a nice, good edge on your blade, and maintaining it. Oh, thanks, man, thanks. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate the support, comments, and all that stuff. Well, since I'm talking about survival, I guess it wouldn't be survival if I didn't show off a kit of some sort. So let's see. Let's see what kind of kit that can I show. Let's see. You know what? Keep buds. Remember, I am Canadian. You guys live in the well, actually, all you guys except for one lives in the U.S. Remember, the laws here for Canada are different, right? For guns, so I'm not gonna get into that. Just because I'm not an expert or anything like that on it. Because I don't own one because there's legal reasons here in Canada. Thanks, Jeff. I guess, like usual, if you enjoyed the content that you're seeing, hit hit that thumbs up and kind of hammer and smash that like, as they say. Well, Sue, actually, I use both. It's just because I have another channel, well, more personal type of channel, so it, for me, it just helps so I can kind of have both open without switching, signing out. Hey, it's Mike. Hey, Mike, how's it going? Big peace and a hello and a wave and live long and prosper. I guess that's gonna be the trend I'm gonna do for this live stream. That's cool, Jeep. Feel free to sub to each other if you like. Right, no commitments or anything like that. But if you do sub, check out a couple of videos as you can. You know, don't just sub for the sub count, but try to watch their videos, leave constructive feedback on their videos, maybe something that they can improve on or modify or whatever. And hit share on the videos as much as you can. Share it across your social media, regardless of if it's Google Plus, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and all that stuff. And yeah, I don't have Instagram and Twitter and cool, cool. Oh, no problem, Sue. No problem. It's because I had to do that. I just found it easier. Switching in and out of signing in and out of for accounts is too annoying. It's just easier to load up a new web browser instead, or a different web browser. Oh wow, I'm getting lots of comments here. That's cool. That's cool. Almost to the point that I probably should put on slow mo. And not yet. I can still keep up with it. It's not too bad yet. I'm actually I want to kind of work on that a little bit more, to be honest. I mean, a mousetrap is a mousetrap, but I want to learn a little bit more. Hopefully, maybe I think you might have some videos that might interest me in learning a little bit more. I mean, there's other channels obviously in their videos, but figure four deadfall traps. I mean, snaring. I mean, has anyone ever tried out? Because I've heard about this, but like using floss to trap birds. I mean, not to trap birds, but like if you had if this was a fruit, you just kind of stick your thread or line through it, and when the bird eats it, the line gets caught in its inside of it, and it can and then you tether it down or anchor it down so the bird can't fly away either. And it can't fly away because it's already ingested the fruit and the line, so it can't get it back out. I've never tried that. I've heard about this for the longest time, and I've never heard anyone talk about it. So if you guys want to leave me your, kind of feedback on it, that'd be cool. Just checking out that channel that.
Folks, Sam here with Sam Wood Outdoors.
Oops. You weren't supposed to hear that. It's his channel intro. Hopefully I don't get flagged or anything like that. Yeah, I'll go check it out, Mike. Thanks for dropping that in. Okay, Mike. Okay, okay. Small hooks. Okay. I've actually been working on kind of. I know you can buy hooks, but I've also been working on kind of other ways of making a hook. One's kind of newer to me. I mean, everyone's heard about using like a pop can, the tab to make a hook, or if you're more into bushcrafting, kind of make from a V in a twig to make a hook, stuff like that. Which that I want to try, but I have a couple other fishing hooks that I hope to try out. Ones that are just kind of improvised or made. You know what? My prescription changes so often. I need to try. I want to, but I mean, let's just say old glasses go into the emergency type of pouch or something like that as a backup. But no, I do not have a dedicated pair of glasses for a bug out bag or an inch bag. Just because my prescription changes too often. It just feels like it'd be outdated, or I would have to update it all the time. Oh, okay, that's cool. Ed, I know floss can be used for fishing. I mean, I tried out floss before. Maybe it's the one I had. I had it dangling on a dumbbell type of weight, so it's a fixed weight of 10 pounds. Yeah, I barely lifted it up, and as soon as I started swinging it, it broke. So that momentum or just kind of broke it. So I would rather have like fishing line than floss. Let's see, just reading what you guys are talking about real quick here. If I want to do- Oh, okay, that's cool. That's cool, Jason. I remember that series for you. Hopefully, it'll come sooner than later. I'll definitely try to remember to check out that video from you. Oh, okay, 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 Mike. I'll definitely check out that video that you're talking about. Since I'll kind of mention it real quick here. I Even though I've had people send me mail, send me gear, um, let's just say no one needs to do that. I kind of mentioned it to a few other people because I read, I know shipping can be expensive. Let's say $10 to send a flashlight, for example. Um, Personally, I rather see that money go back towards, well, the sender instead, or to be kept with the sender instead. There's, for example, that $10 could be used to get more food and water. And a flashlight, as much as I would like to have one, or maybe it's fat wood or fishing line or something like that, as much as I would love to have more gear, I rather have you guys spend that kind of shipping money on yourselves. It would make me make me happier if you know, stuff like that. So I just kind of want to get that out of the way. Oh, okay, Jason, with the floss, I don't think I've ever put a hard knot in it. I mean, I'm pretty sure it should be able to at least, you know, maybe handle an arbor knot or something like that. I'll have to give that a try. I don't mess around with floss too much. I have it around, but I don't use it enough. Okay, Mike. Yeah, I'll keep tabs on it and keep an eye on it for this weekend. I also have another live stream that I have to view for Sunday now, around this time. Good, good. Oh, yeah, I could see that using it floss as cordage to kind of bind things together, like hides and stuff like that, like Mike's talking about. Do I have any bayonets? You know what? I don't personally have bayonets, but I do know that I have a friend that has a World War II, I believe, bayonet. He got it in a yard, not in a yard sale, but in a estate sale. So hopefully, maybe I can get a couple pictures of it or video with it, so maybe you guys can see it in the future. All right. Ed from Grizzly Talk. I'll catch you later, man. Take care. Enjoy your meal. Well, I guess I can add some more moderators in. Especially some of you guys that've been around with me for a while. So you guys were gonna see some wrenches or spanners right now. Oh, yeah. I almost forgot. I was gonna show off a kit. I have to go get it. It's a little bit bigger. So, give me a sec. I'll be back, and you guys gonna see part of a kit. Memo to self. I should try to make the weight less. Uh, Here's a bag right here. Oh, geez. Currently it's about 13, 14 pounds. I'm not gonna really go into detail, but I'll kind of give an overview real quick. I mean, here's a whistle on the outside. Choo choo. Uh, it's got. I need to put more food in here. I mean, I got some crackers, trail type of mix, type of granola type of bars, and stuff like that. But that's not good enough, I think. At least not good enough for more than 3 days. I mean, I got some water filter, fire, shelter, navigation, orientation. I gotta work on the communication parts of it. Let's see. In terms of safety and security, I got, some sort of knife in here, of course. First aid kit in terms of safety, patch myself up and all that stuff. Lights and stuff like that. I mean, currently in here right now, I got the charade in here right now, folder. I do have a fixed blade in here. Socks, always useful, right? Dry feet are better feet. Oh, let me put this down and read what you guys are typing real quick here. Mike, right now it's below freezing right now, so that's probably like what, 20 Fahrenheit? I don't know, give or take. That's about -10 Celsius. It's supposed to get colder. We're expecting flurries, snow, and more clouds. Hmm. Tarp or a tent? Usually a tent takes a little bit longer to set up. Tarp, more modular. You can apply it to other things. Hmm. Actually, give me a second. As I think about that, I gotta kind of just go grab some more coffee here real quick. Yeah. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Just had to go grab, the thermos and pour some more coffee here. Oh, there we go. Glad I already added sugar in. Cheers. Let's see. Wow, you guys rate so fast, I gotta catch up here. So yeah, back to that. What would I would take in a SHTF scenario? Freeman tent or a 10 by 10 tarp? Depending on the tent, a tent has useful stuff in it. I mean, there's some cordage within, I guess. But usually a tent is heavier, so you might not be able to get distance as much compared to with a tarp that's lighter. Because usually the lighter your gear is, the more distance you can get, or the quicker you can get to the location. Because 10 pounds is 10 pounds, you gotta move forward every step. If it's 5 pounds, well, it's gonna be half the effort. So, I think, I mean, both would be good, but I think I'd lean towards a tarp just because it's more modular. I can vary it, use it for something else. Let's say if I find actual shelter, I can use it as a bed cover or a cover, and something like that to make a microclimate. Tarp is a little bit easier to pack, takes up less room, less weight. Although, in terms of insects, you're gonna need a little bit more like a bug net. A tent, at least you can zipper it up, have some privacy so insects like mosquitoes don't get in. And both don't address the issue of ground cover because there's just thin pieces of material, so it's not gonna aid you in that conduction loss of heat from the ground. Oh yeah, Jason. Yeah, I was just thinking about that too. With the Arbor or Canadian Jam, not put some sort of stopper at the end, so there's no way that it can come undone. See, I guess some other people are supporting the tarp over a tent. Yeah, see, great. I know I didn't read comments before in advance. Sheesh, so many comments I probably should put on slow mo for this for this live stream. Yeah, whatever. I guess I'll just catch up to you guys. I'm trying to catch up. Read everything here. Oh yeah, okay. Sue's up for a tent. Mike's up for a tarp. Jeep thinks Johnny is up for a tarp. I'm up for a tarp. Keep Buds wants a tent. I've never had snake meat. Does it taste like chicken? Just kidding. Everything tastes like chicken when you're hungry. See? Keep Wets knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, you can eat snake as long as you cut off the head, even if it's poisonous, right? That's a question, by the way. I do have a hammock, but it's not the best, and it's kind of big for me. Well, not big for me, but bulky. I showed it in a different video. I don't usually use it, but it is there if I want to. Hey, it's Kirk Miller. Welcome, man. Thanks for dropping by. Big peace and live long and prosper sign from CR. Just because I'm just doing that just for the hell of it on this live stream. Oh wait, I'm finally catching up to the side chat here. Finally. Home runner. I know Jeep Things can answer that, and some of these other people. I think might be able to answer that a little bit better. I mean, there's the ceramic stones, wet st wet stones. You can get smaller ones. I've only have the bigger ones. I mean, I've heard of using glass to probably even sharpen it, or ceramic cups and stuff like that. So you can go ask them. I'm not the expert at that. Kind of like frog. Okay, 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 okay. I'll keep that in mind. Okay, Jason. You know, I might keep it going for a little bit longer since I got some viewers, lots of questions, lots of topics I can go through. So I'll try to keep it going just for you, man. Yes, everything tastes like chicken because we're in the Matrix. Just kidding. Okay, so if you're having snake, apparently, according to what Jeep Finks just said, yes, only about the upper one third of the snake has organs, the rest is meat, so two-thirds of it is gonna be edible. I mean, the organs could be probably used for, the next snare trap, next trap that you make as bait or bait for fishing. Has any of you that haven't had snake before, have you ever used the skin for something afterwards? I mean, I've heard about it. I've never played around with it, so, you know, I don't think I've noticed anything on your guys' channels about it. So, snake skin as a container, I mean, I've seen it before. I've seen people hold water in it, I mean, so, you guys' thoughts about that? Yeah, I think I would avoid skunk too because it stinks, as they say. Isn't that why most predators avoid it? Oh, so you can kind of. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Okay, I guess that would make sense. Anything long and stretchy or can be tied, I mean, can be used as cordage. And I mean, anything can be used as cordage. It's just got to be long and enough that you can get knots in there and stuff like that. I mean, chain, bank line, paracord, plastic bags, porn. I guess a snake too. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I guess if I had to kill a rattlesnake, I would mind keeping a rattle. Does it actually like rattles? Like, can you shake it, Sue, and still, you know, it sounds like, you know, what's that called? One of those baby things that that rattles. Does it, does it when you shake it, does it rattle? Be like, yeah. Oh, oh, okay, okay, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. So yeah, going back to what I was talking about. Jeez, I really should listen to the weight on this. Check the weight on this, but at least it's got enough what I need. You know, if need be, I can always shed some part of the weight inside. Actually, I gotta change one of the containers I have inside for as a hot water heater, because up here in Canada it gets cold, and I wouldn't mind a hot water heater if I could evac or use this bag. So I'm not changing that container out. I mean, don't get me wrong, I got a metal container in here. I got something to boil water in and cook food in. But I wouldn't mind a little plastic container just to hold hot water to keep my hands warm. Maybe warm up my feet, keep my core body temperature warm. Stuff like that. It sounds like a sprinkler, hey? Oh, okay, okay. I'll keep that in mind. Like, does it sound loud though, Sue? I mean, like, does it sound as loud as like a bell, for example? I mean, I wouldn't mind. I mean, I've seen people and my friends using bells when fishing and stuff like that. I mean, I could you use it for like fishing as like in place of a bell? I don't know the situation where you would find a rattlesnake and have to meet then, start fishing later on. I, I guess it could happen. Oh yeah, yeah. I haven't tried out with glass yet, keep buds, but I have tried out with a ceramic mug. Some ceramic mugs are better. The ones that are totally kind of flat at the bottom seem to work better because you have more surface area to use. And some of the smaller, real narrow ones are, well, not much surface area. But some of the larger mugs, like my Timmy's mug, the bottom of it, yeah, it's good in the jam. Probably not quite as good as like a whetstone, but this is a cup or ceramic cups that anyone has. Everyone has ceramic cups. Every last person. I mean, you can go into anyone's home. You're gonna see ceramic cups somewhere. If it's not that, it's gonna be glass. So yeah, I've never tried glass before. Uh, Thanks, Sue. She's so fearless. I killed about four a year in a yard alone. Dang, Sue. So fearless. But I guess it's not so hard when you have like a nice long stick that has a Y on it and you're pinning it down. As long as you can pin down and hold the snake so it's not moving, I guess it's not so bad. Although I've never done that, but let's just say I would remember the Y or the fork. Okay. Hello, Texas Gold Star. Hello. Peace and live long and prosper, as I'm just doing that for everyone that drops in. Oh, okay, that's cool. Oh, look who it is. It's the prepared Boy Scout. I gotta welcome to my channel. Big peace, live long and prosper. Um, the prepared Boy Scout, he's been with me for quite a bit of time. He's younger than the rest of us. He doesn't have maybe as much experience or, you know, cash to buy expensive gear, but he's learning. So you guys can go check out his channel too. He's got, you know, good content too. Let's see. Anything else? They always tell me when they are in the yard. I'm just hear you over. So if I have rattlesnakes or potential rattlesnakes, I probably shouldn't use the sprinkler because I might not hear them coming. I'm doing very well indeed, Texas Little Star. Thank you for dropping by, and everyone else that's been dropping by, thank you very much. Thanks for supporting the channel. Appreciate your guys' comments, views, well, subscribing, and, all this feedback I'm getting, this live interaction that I'm getting with you guys right now. We can just freely talk. No real right or wrong answers, just what works for you. And I guess I'm learning about rattlesnakes and floss in this live stream, which is cool. Oh, okay, that's cool. The prepared Boy Scout. I was probably busy at that time. I didn't even know. I missed a live stream earlier too from someone else. Thanks, Home Runner. Have a good night too for you. Some of you are doing things that you sneak up behind you. Well, we don't have major snakes in Canada, but there's larger predators, I guess. Standard cliche of a bear. There's coyotes too, wolves too. I guess if you go into the mountains more in the Rockies, you probably find something like a bobcat or something like that, or a lynx. Oh, I didn't realize I was live at that time. Oops. Well, I guess when you go live, I guess you can't really check out something else because your attention's too much onto your own personal live stream to go and say, "Hi, how's it going? Great live stream. I'm doing my own live stream right now, so I can't stay long." That kind of deal. See, I told you. Sue is so hardcore, so fearless. You know, you probably could give her a knife and she could probably like slice off like 7 snake heads in one slice. That was a tongue twister. Try saying that. Sue slicing 7 snake heads. Yeah, actually, that is a pretty good tongue twister. So, going back to what I was talking about, because I keep talking about. Oh, jeez. I keep talking about. I keep talking about. I got one of the buckles stuck in the chair. I keep talking about the live chat here. There's some other things I have in here. Let's see here. Zip ties. I got a mosquito type of large mosquito netting that's good enough to enclose a whole shelter, and I can always cut it if I want to make something for around the head or whatever. Just some stuff that I have. Let's see what else. Bandana. I got one of those convertible ponchos in here that can be used as a poncho, or you can expand it out and you kind of use it as for more cover in terms of shelter. This one has a bright orange one, so I can use that for signaling, make a flag out of it if need be. So, multi-use item. As I'm trying to get lots of multi-use items in here and trying to shed down the weight as much as I can. Oh, of course, you guys know how much I like solar, so clearly I got a lens in here. 7 by 10 lens. I've shown that off. You can get it at the dollar store, usually Dollar Tree here in Canada, and it's probably there in the US too. Very simple, cheap, lightweight, multifunctional, solar, magnifying something, create the lighthouse effect. I can make letters with solar. I mean, like, use it as fan, so multi-use item. So I have that inside, and it's just behind it sitting a first aid kit that I have. Alright, keep buds. I'll catch you later, man. Thanks for dropping by. I always appreciate each and every one. Well, maybe except for the trolls that come by. That's cool, that's cool, that's cool. Oh, yeah, sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. Oh, oh wow. Yeah, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta resort to it, well, you know, you gotta resort to it because you've ran out of options or you need it done now. Dollar store is my friend, yep. I haven't done a dollar store video in a while, even though I bought stuff from the dollar store. I haven't done a new dollar store type of video in a while. Although I probably could. It's just stuff that I picked up recently. I need to I need to one of them. Not sure what you're talking about there, Texas Little Star. Not quite sure what you're talking about there. Usually I can understand. I'm missing the context of the conversation. Definitely. So yeah, I mean, this kit bag right here, it's got some water in it, water filter, ways to boil water, shelter, a little bit of food. Uh, Clearly I got the fire. I got a flame spark and heat method in here. So the heat method for this one's gonna be solar. Fire starters, a little miniature heater, just in case it's winter and my hands are cold and I need to start this fire, but my hands are too cold to do anything yet. Or, you know, as a side fire while I'm making this main fire. Let's see, tarp, contractor bags, and stuff like that. So it's not perfect, still in the works, but because I'm trying to lower the weight a little bit more. Although I'm probably gonna be adding more weight because I'm gonna be adding food in. But hopefully I can shed some weight somewhere down the road. Oh, and I also have a wind-up torture flashlight in here, so kind of a renewable source of power that I don't have to rely on having a constant supply of batteries, for example, and something I could just recharge and all that stuff. Let's see. Hell, my friends hate going to the toy store with me because I'm in there for like the next like hour. Even though they just wanted to go in to go get a pop and a bag of chips. I'm like, no, wait. They got something new. I gotta check it out. I might buy it or whatever. You know, and check out, see if there's anything new. Speak of the dollar store, Mike. I still haven't seen those kind of not crank lines, but the squeeze lines. Cause I think you mentioned it in that it was available at that Dollar Tree. I've never seen it here in Dollar Tree in Canada yet, and so I'm still looking for them. But I would want one. It would just be cool. I could add them into my bags and kits and stuff like that. Oh, the Lens Texas Little Star. Yeah. I'm sure, like I said, it's available at Dollar Tree. I mean, yeah, you could probably go to other places and get glass lenses, but now they're gonna be a little bit more durable. They're not gonna be prone to scratches so much, but they are heavier and they're prone to breaking or chipping. Although chipped glass can be used for other reasons, such as making foot napping glass, maybe using it as a striker for your fire rod. So, I got a few glass lenses. I don't usually use them, but I do have them around. I mean, I got a bunch right next to me in my fire chest that I have right next to me, including some other reflector lens, magnification reflectors and lenses, and of course the big ones that I've shown in our videos. Oh yeah, yeah, Mike. I mean, I remember you talking about that, and you've been trying to shed the weight. Hopefully, that's going well with you. You know, because you can only have so much support on your neck, so much support having a sternum strap, waist strap, trying to get all the weight down lower so it's closer to your back and stuff like that, while trying to get the more useful, not useful, but the more higher priority items like first aid, maybe a knife, a fire thing near the top of the bag or on the, right on the back and stuff like that. Oh, of course, a whistle and a compass too, and maybe a map and all that other stuff. Oh, hey, thanks, Johnny, for dropping by Cheap Things Outdoors. Thanks for dropping by. I always appreciate you dropping by. Thank you. Thanks again. Take care, of course. Uh, that's too bad, Texas Little Star, that you haven't seen them yet. I've actually, how many have I bought? I've bought a lot. I mean, like, my inch bag has one. This bag has one, which is actually more of a evacuation type of kit that's lighter weight than the inch bag, and it's a secondary option just in case I can't get to the inch bag. I also have one that I eat every day, carry in the bag that I usually carry. I got a bunch here at home to use. I mean, for the price, it's useful enough, and it's so lightweight. I mean, like there's almost no excuse to not have one, because you can always resize them down from the center out, so you can make it smaller to fit into smaller spots, like maybe a bigger tin or a smaller bag. I mean, I usually, the way I do it, I just sandwich it in between something. That way, there's no chance of it bending and getting hard creases inside. Because as long as you can see most of the center, you should be able to use it for solar. Thanks, G-Pinks. So, let's see here. So yeah, this kit I'm just kind of working on. You'll see more full details, a full, this is just more of an overview of it. I'm not going into great detail behind everything right now. You know, I was kind of thinking. I remember that video that you were talking about it, Mike. I've been kind of considering it as like I was watching this video about bug out, bugging out with bikes from a different channel. You guys may or may not have seen that quite popular type of channel, but they were showing pros and cons, and if you can maintain a bike, it's a good resource. I mean, not resource, a piece of gear that'll give you a good mode of transportation that you don't have to, you know, walk. Because clearly you're gonna save more energy if you can slide or roll with things. I mean, not everyone will be able to drive out, and your car might be in the ditch or whatever it is. A bike doesn't rely on that as long as you can maintain it. And, probably have more than two tubes with you. As I've seen one time with my friend, he popped both tires on his mountain bike in an area of 6 feet. In 6 feet, he broke both tires. Or he popped both tires. So he had one tube, not good enough because you only have one tube and you need to fix both tires. I mean, so yeah, stuff like that. Uh, oh, okay, 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 okay. Well, Mike, I mean, have you ever considered on making it or having a sled that you can kind of double and have wheels on it? Like, let's say this was a sled right here. So during the winter right now, there's snow, so you can slide it, but there's wheels that kind of can go down or up. So if it's any air time, you got access to the road more or the street, road, path, or whatever. You might be able to roll with it, so you can kind of have both. I don't know. Just something I just thought of right now. Because, that'd be kind of cool having a sled that you can edge some wheels. I mean, not edge, but angle some wheels down and use it as both as like kind of improvised kind of wagon or a sled. So you can use it during the winter or during the summer or the spring or the fall. Whatever works better. And maybe you have it in such a way that, if you're by a river or something, it floats too. I mean, that'd be kind of cool. That'd be a really cool mode of transportation for your gear. That would work on over water, over land, in the snow, and stuff like that. So, I don't know. Just something I just kind of thought of. But, doing or making or acquiring it is a totally different question. Oh, okay, okay, okay. That's cool. Because I just figured, I mean, like, a sled is gonna be good for the winter. Wheels aren't probably not gonna be as good in the winter or in deep snow. If you're fishing or whatever, you might wanna move stuff across a lake or whatever. I don't know. So that's cool. That's cool. I'll definitely see what I can learn about that. Maybe adapt it to something I have in the garage or whatever. Something I could do personally. All right. Well, tell her it's for survival. No, she probably still wouldn't care. Or maybe trying to find one, scavenge one, or find one in a junkyard or whatever. Or, maybe make something that can work. Like, I have no idea. Maybe weld something together, or use some bolts. Maybe make a prototype wooden one or something like that that could maybe work, and you can try it out and test it out, get the kinks out of it, and be like, okay, I got this to work. Now time to make it from metal and all this stuff. So and stuff like that. So yeah, back to this bag again, because I keep coming back to this bag. Let's see here. I guess I got no. I guess I still have room to add stuff because there's still room in the bag. Oh, that's good. That's cool. That's cool, Mike. Yeah, I've kind of been attempting to try to use one. Well, as an idea, I haven't committed anything to it. Um, I think the thing is about wheels, if you're gonna use a cart or anything like that, usually the bigger the wheels are, the easier it is. The small wheels tend to move slower because the revolutions per minute is different. So for example, if this was a wheel, it's only going so far in the given distance, but in comparison to something bigger, it's not, the amount of time it's probably gonna be only half, for example. Or so I think that makes sense. Let's see here. Let's check it up on stuff right here. So I want to know from you guys right now that are into preparedness, survivalism, maybe bushcraft, homesteading, or you're just like me, just want to create a better future starting today. How many bags, as in backpacks, do you have? I mean, for me right now, it's about maybe as many as four, but I usually tend to have, you know, an everyday carry type bag that kind of can double as a get home bag, a lighter weight kit that I can evac with, and then, the big, down, last ditch effort, inch bag, that I'm taking if I'm never coming home. So, this, the bag that I'm showing right now is just kind of more of a lightweight kind of kit. Not more capable than like my everyday carry or get home type of bag, but less capable, has less stuff, but less weight than I'm never coming home inch bag, which I'm also been working on too. This bag actually used to be kind of an older bag. Since I got a newer bag for the inch bag, I can use this for that now. Because actually I was thinking of making a different kind of bag, but I decided to go with this because I can still add stuff to it. It doesn't have the sternum strap, but it does have a waist strap, which I have to repair the strap on it because the buckle is broken. So I gotta figure that out. Maybe see if I got some buckles laying around that I can use, sew it back together and add it back on and get a waist strap back on it again. Maybe since I'm modifying or changing it or repairing it in this case, maybe I'll try to add some stuff onto it. I mean, it'd be cool if I can get a metal buckle for it. I mean, maybe add in something. Maybe have one of those kind of buckles that have multiple items inside, like a whistle, fire starter. I, something I can consider. That way, I have a little bit more to work with without adding too much weight. Because I'm trying to keep the weight down on this pack. Because I'm probably gonna have to make distance with this pack for whatever reason, or I'm gonna be on foot most likely. Okay, so Mike's got two. Hey, Roles, how's it going, man? Thanks for dropping by. Thanks for dropping by, man. Appreciate it. Peace and live long and prosper, which I'm doing to everyone that drops in. Yeah, usually most people tend to have like maybe two or three. Usually it's like a short term type of bags and longer term type of bags. Usually longer term type of bags are heavier, more gear, more food, more water, maybe more things that last longer, more durable, extra, maybe more tools inside. A shorter term bag probably has less food, maybe lighter weight, more disposable type of items like like not a pencil but like a spoon or fork that's plastic because it's a lighter weight in comparison to like having metal tools and stuff like that. I mean, I know Texas Little Star, she has chopsticks in hers. Yes, I know that. And I've actually added chopsticks in just because instead of bringing like a fork, I just use chopsticks, right? I mean, a spoon, that's a different thing. I'll have a spoon still, but chopsticks, I can grab stuff or whatever. I mean, hold stuff, maybe eat a cricket with it or something like that. Something that's gonna be a little bit harder with just a fork, for example, right? So, so yes, let's see, what else is there? Oh, yes. I guess everyone wants to see more stuff, right? More kits, maybe. So I'll put this bag away real quick here. Give me a sec. Alright, I'm back here. My bag actually just resides right outside the door, so it's very easy for me to grab and go. You know, you can kind of call it a go bag, if you want to call it that. Although I'm calling it more of an evacuation type of kit because I'm evacing out with that. It's not my first choice, but it's a secondary option. So yes, you kind of can call it a bug out bag, but I would call it an evacuation kit because it sounds more what I want to do with it. If I'm bugging out and I have the choice, I'm gonna grab the inch bag instead, not grab this bag because this bag has less stuff. Now, if I can grab both or all the bags, yeah, I'm clearly gonna grab as much as I can before I evac out or where I'm never coming home, for example. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I almost forgot about that Texas Soul Star. About that kind of first aid kit you were talking about before that I've seen. Yeah. Okay. All right, Mike. Thanks for dropping me while I'm at. Uh, catch you later, Mike. Take care. All the best. And thanks for dropping by like usual. Appreciate it. Thank you. Hey, it's Bruce. Bruce, what's up, man? Uh, big peace to you, Bruce, and live long and prosper. As I'm doing that for like everyone that drops in, just for this video, just for the hell of it, just because it's fun and it'll give me something to kind of keep going with and talk about. Let's see. Yeah, I just kind of want to say everyone's got a kind of weakness. Where some form of the survivalism. Like maybe it's food, maybe it's first aid, maybe it's water, maybe it's shelter, maybe it's fire. Everyone has where that skill is like you would consider your worst skill because you either barely have any knowledge in it, barely any experience in it, and barely any skill in it. Yeah, you might know a few things, but in comparison to what you could be doing or could have, it's not quite up to par. You would you'd be more likely to be like, I'm better at fire than at first aid, for example. I mean, for a lot of people, fire seems to be one of their higher strong points. Which kind of reminds me of this tag video that I did earlier, which I'll probably link in the description or put it as an end card after the video has been processed and stuff like that. Uh, hey, it's Cammy's tiny house living. Hello, hello. Big peace, live long and prosper, which I'm doing for everyone that drops in for the first time or again. Oh, oh no, no. No, yeah. Actually, Mike's already left. He had to take care of something, get supper ready, and help out his children, right? So he's already gone, unfortunately. So sorry about that. If only you came in like 5 minutes before, you would have caught him in time, because he's already gone. He's already gone. I already know. So let's see here. Oh yes, I almost forgot. I'm also working on a new kit right here. It's not done yet, I'll show you, why not? I'll show you guys the outside of it. I'm not going to show you the inside of it because I'm still working on it and I actually started this yesterday. I think it's going to be version 3 of what I have as the folding stove fire kit. It's actually a lot smaller than the last two versions, but because it's a smaller container, I can't put as much in, so I've been trying to figure out how to get everything inside, get what I want inside, and stuff like that. Nice bright orange. It's a little bit different from the previous two versions, which I had it in a tin. Now, I can still go back to that if I need to, or if I wanted to, but right now, I kind of am enjoying this. It's bright, hard to lose, doesn't take up too much room in my bag. It's fairly water resistant, I guess. Rainproof, I guess. So splash of water if it's raining, no big deal. No big deal. So You'll probably see another video on the floating stove fire kit, either in this case or in a tin, if I find a better tin. I've been trying to find a tin for it, but it seems to be hard. But I found this one, which is actually one of those sandwich type of containers, so it just happens to fit it, and still gives me enough room to add stuff in. So you guys will see that in a later video. One for Oh, okay, Rose. Yeah, okay. So you get two kind of kits or major bags, and one for your significant other and for yourself, and longer term or extra supplies with your vehicle. Yep. That sounds pretty much on par. Because your vehicle is probably gonna be the major mode of transportation. If you don't have access to that, then you'll have to resort to walking, using a wagon, biking, sledding, skiing, or whatever, depending on the time of year and what you have access to. Could be a boat. I mean, a bug out vehicle of like a boat. I mean, it floats. I mean, you have shelter and stuff like that already. So let's see. What else? What else I've been working on? Well, I guess I'll share this. I've been working on some more kind of hot candles again, heaters and stuff like that. If you guys haven't checked out my one of the last scavenging videos that I had, well, go check that out because you'll know where this came from. And yeah, you guys know what that is, so I don't need to explain more. But pretty much it's just a scrap material. I decided it's too small to char with, to make char cloth with, because a slice that's about this big, for example, would be like maybe half the size at the end. So since it's just like a little strip or whatever that's probably like this long, about twice as tall, it's probably gonna end up being like this small. So it's kind of small for a piece of char cloth. Something I've also been working on. Let's see here. I got a couple of our videos, like normal type of static videos in the works right now. I'm just kind of trying to finalize them, what I want to say and stuff like that, and what I want to show off, if anything. Trying to make sure that I'm not blabbing on and on too much, or not explaining enough at times. Alright, Texas Little Star, thank you for dropping by my live stream. Always appreciate it. And, of course, some more moderators or spanners or wrenches. Again, handed out. So Sue, I don't know if you mentioned it or maybe I missed it, but have you found any more fat wood? Because right now, all I remember is the snake stories now. I don't remember if you found anything like more fat wood again. Knowing you probably found like another 10 pounds of it, like yesterday or last week or over the weekend or something like that. Well, in terms of like with bikes and stuff like that here, there's issues like especially with the weather. I mean, I know I can bike in the cold, but I cannot bike on ice. I can't bike in snow so much, especially if it's deep. Now, if the wind's very strong, you're gonna be wishing you have a tailwind. Because if you gotta go into the wind while biking, you're gonna be on the lowest gear. And it might be 50 kilometers an hour, gale force winds, for example. Good luck on trying to bike against that. You're gonna be very exhausted. It's gonna take you, if it takes you 6 hours, for example, to get to a bug out location on bike, normally without any wind, with a headwind, that's coming towards you, that's probably gonna be like 9 hours, 8 or 9 hours. If you're lucky, you get a tailwind for most of the trip. From 6 hours, maybe you might be able to squeeze it down to 5, maybe 4.5 if you're lucky, depending how far you're going. I guess I'll show something else off just because I have it in my hands right now. Here, I've shown this off a couple times. Graciously gifted by Sammy here. This kind of key knife, I guess. Yeah, key knife. I've shown this off in the knife sharpening video real quick. Yes, it is sharp. I kind of added my own kind of lanyard on it. Ranger bands, this kind of swivel thingy, and then some sort of badge clip. I got a reflective type of marker on it, so it's easy for me to see. And I kind of like this because I could just clip this on like my shirt, my zipper, whatever, and I got a quick, easy knife that I can use. Unfortunately, it doesn't long, but another thing. Speaking of since I'm talking about folders, I have actually added a 90-degree spine on the side. Now, some folders I suggest not to do that. Some you can do. It's because when you're pushing your ferro rod, right, the blade's gonna go one way or there. If your blade is stuck in the center when it's aligned, and you pull it out, there's no wiggle, right? As soon as you start striking a ferro rod, it's gonna go one way or the other. So if it's in the middle more, I don't suggest putting a 90-degree spine on it. I mean, you can as a emergency backup type of striker, so you can avoid not using the blade, for example. Now this one right here, it seems to go to one side, so I don't mind having a 90-degree spine on this. But some of the other ones I have, the blade's like more in the center more, so I tend not to do that. And if you don't want to put a 90-degree spine on it, you can just kind of pair it with like a hacksaw blade, for example, so you have some sort of tool that can be used as a striker for a ferro rod when you're generating hot sparks. Whew, that was a long thing. Oh, that's cool, Sue. That's cool. I was just thinking that you probably have, forget pounds, you probably have like tons of it, right? You probably have tons of it. Pounds. You know what, Sue? It's okay. It's okay. I still have the one. I still have the one that sample. I kind of indirectly got from you. Like I said earlier, I tend not to. I've been trying not to accept gifts. I mean, I try. I mean, I guess if you already have my address, I can't stop you from sending me something. But for the main part is that I rarely see that shipping money go towards yourself, your family, or maybe if you wanted to, donate it on my behalf or whatever. I rarely see it like that. As much as I would like to have more gear, maybe more phalwood, another knife, and all this stuff, there's a certain point where I got too much of it and I'm not using it enough. Like, especially if I already have like phalwood in every single kit, and I still have like another pound of it that I haven't used, and and stuff like that. Because I ever put the gear into a good spot where I'll use it, or where someone can use it, versus just sitting on the shelf as a rainy day type of thing. But so, but I appreciate the offer, Sue. Thank you for offering it. And if I change my mind in the future, you'll be the first one to know. Yeah, yeah, Rolla's headwinds suck, man. But depending on now, let's say because you guys are looking at me right now. Let's say this is north, uh, and south is down here. Let's say the wind's coming in from the north, and you have to head east for a while. What you can do sometimes is go. Wind's coming in from the north, you're heading east, heading northeast direction. So sometimes I'll be like go east a little bit, so I'll have a side wind, then kind of go back around with momentum to head north again, and as I get tired, probably come back to the east again. I've done that a few times, especially in the winter. I find that helps just because, I can kind of. I'm not going against this headwind for the next, like, 30 minutes straight or the next 10 blocks, especially if I gotta go perpendicular to the wind. Windshield sucks when you're biking, but I kind of. As long as you have good windproof, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. I've gone out biking without a winter jacket, but I also have stuff that I kind of have around for that. Very useful. Okay, thank you, Sue. I still appreciate the offer. Hell, I haven't even used the last fat wood you indirectly sent me. It's still sitting in my fire chest right here. It's because I have it, but there's lots of ways to make fire, let's just say. So I just kind of keep it around. Or maybe I'll use it with the fire glitter paste, stuff like that. Or I'll burn a little bit of it just for kicks, but usually I don't. Let's just say I don't have a fat wood party. I'll still have a fire, or start the fire with maybe fat wood or something, but I don't just keep it going with fat wood. It's because fat wood, as great as fat wood is, I mean it's gotta grow. I mean, like, it takes time for it to grow, to appreciate and value. So I don't want to be cutting down a tree unnecessarily just to gain more fat wood. I mean, the pine tree, and besides, the bigger the tree is or the wider the trunk is, probably the more fat wood you're gonna find anyway. So no point in cutting down a 10-year-old tree unnecessarily when in another 10 years there's gonna be twice as much fat wood, for example. Yes, I do believe to a certain degree is um well, it burns black, fat wood. That said, burns black. I mean, if you're outdoors, it's probably not that big of a deal. You're using a small amount to start a fire, probably not that big of a deal. Especially if you supplement feather sticks, fuzz sticks, shavings, pencil sharpener shavings in there too. I mean, that's why I kind of like pencil sharpener shavings now, just because I can use any type of stick as long as it fits into the pencil sharpener. Get some shavings and use that as kind of a tinder source or a fuel source that's been refined, so it'll hold a flame, not hold a flame, but it'll catch on fire faster, just because there's more surface area. It's nice and thin and stuff like that. Usually dry too. Of course, I've shown the videos on how you can speed up making pencil sharpener shavings. Very easy. Anyone can do it. Most people have the tools to doing it, and I find it very useful. So useful indeed that I have a bag of it right here. This is all pencil sharpener shavings. I have no idea how many sticks this is, but let's just say it's quite a bit. And of course, that's not the only bag I keep. I just keep it for the winter time. Because during the summer, I usually can find tinder. But during the winter, it's probably a little bit more difficult. It's not like I'm always going to be able to find fat wood or pine sap or birch bark all the time, or old man's beard or something like that. So I'll bring that along, especially if I'm going on a long trip or it's really cold out. I'm heading out on a lake or whatever, or in the woods more. I'll tend to bring it with me. Doesn't weigh that much, and it kind of doubles as a seat, so I can sit down on with it and get off the ground. So I can sit on this top of snow with it, and well, it's to say my butt's gonna be warm. So it's multi-purpose. Let me put this back before I forget. Now, originally, that folding stove fire kit, I was planning to use a tin this size. Now, this is much, much bigger, but I think this is going to be a little bit too big, and it might be more suitable for well, a different kit or a different setup. Maybe I'll make it into, I don't know. I don't want to char with it, because I already have a dedicated charring container, and usually I don't char this much worth of stuff. I'm not sure what to do with it right now. I could see if it holds water or something. Let's see if that about that. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll just keep it at home. Maybe I'll keep some fire stuff in here or whatever. I don't know. Hopefully, if you guys want to leave me a comment on the side chat or after it's been processed on what I can do with that, that'd be cool. Always appreciate the suggestions, and some ideas. I like to, not gain, but see what you guys are thinking about. You guys might have ideas that I didn't really consider or didn't be like, oh yeah, that might work. XYZ might work for this, or something like that. Oh, that's a shame. I actually got to pick up more birch bark. Feels like I don't have enough of it right now, in comparison to some other tinders I might have. I mean, I got cattail laying around just because I've been experimenting with that. Like, actually, I'm gonna go get the cattail right now. So, like I said, I've been experimenting with it, especially with this other method of a fire starter that I've been trying to work out. Alright, I guess I gotta open it up, so I guess I'll grab this multi-tool right here so I can pry this open. It's kind of like with those paint cans. Well, it's not in a paint can, but it's kind of the same kind of lid, so I can pop it open with a multi-tool here. As you can see here, that's a lot of cattail. Whew. I thought I had this dry the last time. Another reminder to check your stuff at times. I just went into this. I thought it was perfectly dry, so that's why I sealed it. Now that I've opened it, I can feel moisture or coolness on it. Like, I'll try to do this relatively safely here. Let's see. Alright, I gotta melt the lid right here, but this is not the burn. Like, you could see this. Look at that. Yeah, leave it up to using a dead lighter. Man, as you can see. Like, look at that. This is supposed to be cattail. It's wet. It's not even catching an open flame. So, luckily I'm checking on this, so I'm glad you kind of mentioned it. About the birch bark. Remind me of the cattail and stuff like that. So definitely I gotta let this air out. So I'll put this to the side, let this air out. So yeah, thanks for reminding me to check on that. Okay, okay, Sue. No problem. Thanks for dropping by, Sue. You can always message me directly on YouTube and stuff like that. If you wanted to, you know, do private chat or whatever, that's cool, you know. Thanks for dropping by. And speaking of wet Tinder, kind of reminds me of this kind of, I don't know if anyone's made a paper firewall. Well, I kind of made one yesterday. One side's dry, but the other side's not yet. And that's about, let's see, I'll get a little tape measure. So glad I EDC a tape measure. It's about, the diameter going from one side to the other is about almost 2.5 inches. Or about 6 centimeters. And it's about, let's say, 10 centimeters or 4 inches tall. So once it dries, it'll weigh less and stuff like that, but I have to wait for it to dry first. Because I've been putting it over a vent, but it takes a while, especially something this big. It's pretty big. Hoping to make some sort of heater or candle or hot candle with it or something like that, or use it as a fuel source. So I gotta work on that too. Well, generally I don't make these paper firewalks because I generally recycle the paper first, but I decided, you know what? I'll take the time to make another one again. Because I've been wanting to experiment with it and see if I can use it in place of the traditional type of things like dryer lint or cotton balls or cotton pads. See if I can, maybe reuse something instead. So, because cotton balls, cotton pads, you gotta buy per se. You can get some for free, but you're probably not gonna get that much for free. Dryer lint, it is free, but you don't get large amounts unless you know a bunch of people, and it takes time for it to develop into an amount that you can use. Paper, on the other hand, well, it's more common, easy to find and stuff like that. I just gotta run some tests, see if I can, drive sparks in it, use it with solar. Pretty sure an open flame will probably work and stuff like that. So I am gonna take a very short break here on this live stream. So I will come back for, I guess, part 2, which probably will be in, let's see, it's the bottom of the hour right now, so maybe in about quarter to the top of the hour, wherever you guys are, or quarter after, depending how you look at it. So I'll be back in about 15 minutes here. Hold on a sec. Yeah, that's why I want to test out Bruce. I want to test it out and try it on my own, and see with my own eyes in my own area, right? And see how long it goes for, see how warm it feels, see how, if I can stand above it and feel heat in my face, I'd be like, oh, that's pretty good. That's a lot of heat driven upwards, right? Lots of output, I guess. So I will come back in about 15 minutes here because I'm gonna take a short break here. And besides, I gotta make more coffee anyway, so I will be back for another live stream very shortly here. So, as the world changes so much oneself, to reach a new level of skill and knowledge, one must practice. A single person can't help everyone in this world, but one person can help someone in this world. Alright guys, until the next live stream for me, and a part 2 or a follow-up to this one, It's peace out from the guy that's always in creation mode, clearly. It's peace out from CR. Later, and thanks for everyone that's been dropping by.